welcome back to the Ironman Progress video series. We are on our way to Entrana to start the Enlightened Journey quest. So, there we go. Okay, perfect. We will check back in when it is complete. Okay, we almost immediately hit the part where we have to get the willow branches and stuff. So, I'm going to go plant this, and I guess I'm going to do some fishing and mining in the meantime. Okay, I spent way more time here than I thought I would. I got all the way to 47 mining and 43 smithing. So we were here a while, as evidenced by our Baronite shards. But as you'll see, we also got the Imcomdo hammer. So super nice that we finally have that. So unfortunately, this was like a super AFK activity that, we won't be able to do anymore. But now that we have the hammer, I mean, I guess I could come back here, but I'll probably end up doing fishing or whatever. But how do I make this? Either way, we got the hammer, and we got some solid mining XP in the meantime. So I'm going to figure out how to make this hammer, and then we're going to go check on all of our trees for the Enlightened Journey quest. Actually, before we do any of that, I have all these ancient items from doing all of that mining, so I think I can turn them into the curator for some kudos. All right, there's the 5 kudos from turning those in, and he gave me $1,200, so not bad. Guns to do a birdhouse run as well. Did the Molly event and got 4 uncut diamonds, so that's actually a really great reward. Got to do farm and tree runs before I can go anywhere. So, need coins. Okay, so apparently you can't pull branches from willow trees until they don't start growing until after you check their health. So this is going to take longer than I thought. I'm not done with the farm runs yet. I have one more tree and then a bunch of herbs. So I'm going to think about this, what to do next. Honestly, one perk of my farm runs taking so long to do is that I just looked it up, and apparently it takes like 5 minutes per willow branch. So I think if I'm lucky, some of the willow branches should be starting to grow. So I think I could just go harvest them right now and between my 2 trees get 12 of them. So I'm going to go find out. I just went to the wrong place. Got 6 here, so if I go to the Taverley one, that should be all 12. Stuck at 11 branches. Unbelievable. I guess I'm just going to sit here. All right, I grabbed the willow branches, but I need 10 logs, and I don't have any regular logs. So I just have to stand around here and cut regular trees until I have 10 of them. I really should just do like a day where I just cut log, but I don't really think I'll need regular logs for that much. I feel like there's just this one thing randomly. So whatever, I'm just gonna cut them on the way and then deposit the axe. I know that there are like answers on the wiki, and you just follow along there. But like before any of that, like this was the least intuitive minigame. Like how did anyone ever figure out what to do without these buttons just telling them? Like none of it makes any sense. Enlightened Journey complete. That's fire making, farming, crafting, wood cutting, and the balloon transport access, which is needed for like I think almost every single diary. So we'll knock that out eventually. 45 crafting, very nice. Birdhouses, which will come in handy. Oh, and enough farming to do orange trees now. And this super dope outfit, which I will be rocking for a good amount of time. But next up is Eyes of Glouphrie. And in Eyes of Glouphrie, you need a mud rune. But in order to make a mud rune, you need either a water talisman or an earth talisman so that you can craft combination runes. And anytime we need a talisman, I think you guys know what that means. So let's head back to Guardians of the Rift. Another solid bit of Guardians of the Rift. We end that with 21 elemental points and 22 catalytic. So let's see what we get. Got the troll drop of the needle. And let's see what's in the intricate pouch. All right, cosmic runes, nice. So kind of worse loot than last time. Not a total loss, though, because we got the Earth Talisman, and if you'll recall, that's part of what we need to make the Mud Runes. So, I mean, I'm going to be spending a bunch of time here eventually, so not too bad. Let's go do Eyes of Glouphrie. Eyes of Glouphrie complete. 12,000 magic, 6,000 rune crafting, wood cutting, construction, and a crystal seed. So, I'm going to go make that crystal seed. Okay, yeah, 53 magic. 52 rune crafting. Not bad. So that means the next Guardians of the Rift session will get us to 54, and then it will be time to do all of the troll quests so we can craft law runes. So in the meantime, I'm going to go make this crystal saw. Crystal saw created. That gives you an invisible, or maybe it's visible, I don't know, invisible, +3 boost to construction. And now it's time for the Tower of Life. There is Tower of Life. Not much XP to talk about, but we do have access now to the best method for red spider eggs, which will be nice in the future. I'm also going to take a second and make this sword chick for the diary. Forgot my weapon, so I'm just going to staff bash this thing to death. Protect from melee. Sword chick defeated. We get a black satchel. I actually don't think I'm going to take that with me, but we got some feathers. I don't really know what I'm going to do now, actually. So I think I'm going to do a birdhouse run and take it from there. All right, as I'm finishing up the birdhouse run and tree runs that I was doing, I think what I'm going to do next is I want to do Temple of Ikov and knock that out, but there's two problems. The one is you need something like 27 or 28 limport roots. I can't remember which one. And I only have 20. So I gotta go thieve some limport roots. And while I'm doing that, I also need to find out a way to get a yew longbow. So 2 issues that we need to solve before we can do anything. So I did a bunch of thieving. I didn't get much out of it. I mean, I was hopping and buying seeds from Olivia and Thieving Master Farmers, but I didn't get the limport seed. So I think I'm just gonna go AFK at Hobgoblins until I get, I have 20 limports, so I need like 8 more, I think. But yeah, should be some good combat XP. Okay, I really should do more research. I looked it up, and I guess you only need 20 limport roots. So once I kill this Hobgoblin, I'm out of here. The next thing I'm going to do is go to Zenaris and just camp young implings, I think they're called, right? Let me check. Yeah, young implings for a yew longbow, because you need a yew bow for the quest. Right, so little known fact about Elnok, I had to go through a ton of dialogue to get here, but you can get some free jars and butterfly net from him. It's the only time they'll let you do it, and then you just go and you catch, and it's like self-sustaining, because you wield, and then you go and catch enough implings. You just turn the first few of them in until you have like a ton of jars, and then it's just kind of self-sustaining. But we are here to catch young implings, so we need to find a spawn and then just kind of camp that for a little while. So we'll check back when I found the spawn. Another fun fact about this place, oh man, they just put up the barrier. This little guy, this imp defender. So initially upon coding this place, those guys were supposed to walk around and steal implings out of your backpack. Like if you just held them in there in a jar, they would steal it. But, and I guess it still does that like right after a game reset, but for some reason it just stops working. And they never really figured out why it was happening or got around to fix it. I don't know, either one. But yeah, so instead they just kind of walk around, and that's why imp repellent or deterrent or whatever doesn't really have a purpose, because they don't do what they're supposed to do. I don't know how many times I've done this, but I was catching all these implings and I'm looking it up and I'm like, man, 1 out of 100, that's like so high for a yew bow. And then I went and like took another look at it, and it's 65 fletching. Let me pull it up. 65 fleshing for a U short bow. I have 68. This is now the second time where I just need to start like looking stuff up, because instead I just sit here and like, make plans about what I think is going on, and then it turns out I waste my time. But I have all of these implings. I'm going to, open, I guess, some of them, or maybe not. I think I'll just store them all in here because I don't think I need anything from, especially not the baby implings. But yeah, going to go do Temple of Ikov. Temple of Ikov needs level 40 ranged. So, you know what? I'm just going to go do Slayer, I guess. I'm going to do Slayer until I get 40 ranged. All right, we got our 40 ranged from Slayer. We got to level 28 Slayer. We ended up with, I think it was a cow fight task. Yeah, cow fight task. So now we are 40 ranged, and we're going to do Temple of Ikov, but I think I might do some like AFK mining. I want to get some, what are they called? Volcanic ash. Because I don't have any, and it'd be nice to be able to make ultra compost so I can, plant renars or whatever and don't feel like I'm wasting my time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This was crazy. I pulled a spirit seed off of a bird's nest from a willow birdhouse. I don't know the odds on that, but they have to be like astronomical. Solid amount of mining done. We got 2,000 volcanic ash, which should, hold us over for a while. So we're going to go do Temple of Ikov, but then I got a hard clue while I was doing the volcanic ash mining, and it reminded me that I have a medium, easy, and a beginner, all of them from the Cam Dozal mining grind for the Imkamdo hammer. So I'm going to do Temple of Ikov, and then I'm going to knock out all these clues. I don't know why the quest completion screen didn't pop up, but yeah, there's Temple of Ikov. Before we get started on those clues, I just have a little bit of housekeeping to attend to. I want to knock out the Castle Wars and Varrock balloon transport for the diaries. So I'm going to do those real quick. All right, flawlessly. There is the medium task for Ardoin, and there is the Varrock area. Make a bunch of my super compost into ultra compost so I can start really getting into those farm runs. So we finished up the clues. I had to drop the medium clue because of a snakeskin boot or snakeskin chaps requirement, which why can't you just kill regular snakes for snakeskin? Why does it have to be Zulrah? That's kind of crazy. And then the hard clue was dropped because of an amulet of power, which is like 70 crafting. So that's insane. So we will start with the beginner casket. Black scimitar is pretty cool, actually. And now the easy. Black plate legs. I think that's a clue item, actually. So, not bad. I will finish up this tree run, do a farm run, do a birdhouse run, and then we will get into something else. Cool moment. Got my first Hespori seed from this banana tree. So I think we're actually pretty close to 45. Yeah. So at 45 farming, you can get into the farming guild with 60% Hosidius favor. So when I hit 45, I will go and finish up the Hosidius favor. I think my plan is to do, let's see. I think I can do Hosidius. Yeah, at 45, I can go to the mess hall. So then I'll look up what cooking level you need for the mess hall, and then just fly through the rest of the tasks. And then at some point, I hate Tithe Farm, but I really want to go there and just get like all the quality of life stuff because it's super helpful. But I don't want to go until it like makes sense. So that might be a while from now. But that's a general progression plan. All finished up with everything I wanted to do farming-wise and birdhouse-wise, and I think now we're going to head to Big Chompy bird hunting. There's Big Chompy bird hunting complete. I don't think I'll do any Chompy hunting in a while. It's probably like, when I've got like a bunch of really nice equipment and I just want to like AFK something. But I'm raising another kitten because I had to go get Dougal leaves, and I was like, well, it's part of a medium task to go like pick your own cat. So I'm raising another kitten. I don't know if I'll, keep raising cats. I'm planning on being AFK for a while in the future. So I don't know if I'll raise any more cats or if I'll just do this one. I don't know. But I think next, I guess I'll just finish Rag and Bone Man.
Well, there's a Ragged Bone Man 1 complete. The quest honestly is not as bad as, people make it out to be. The worst part is really at the end when you're like cooking all of the bones and you either like have to sit there or like hop around to get them to cook faster. It takes forever. And it's going to be even worse with like the 27 that you have to do that for Ragged Bone Man 2, which I guess automatically starts right when the quest ends, but I'm not going to do that right now. I think I'm going to go. I'm 52 rune crafting, so I'm pretty close to the 54 requirement for law runes. So I figure I'm in a questing mood, so I might as well go knock out Death Plateau and Troll Stronghold to be able to craft law runes. So we'll see you with 2 quest completion screens for those. Death Plateau complete. And Troll Stronghold complete. I honestly think that may have been faster than Death Plateau. That was a very easy quest, although I did bring a bunch of energy potions and use like almost all of them. But yeah, so now we can make law talisman or law runes when we go back to Guardians of the Rift. But not sure what I'm going to do right now, so I'm going to think about it. So I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do, and I'm going on vacation for a while. So it'll probably be a while before I'm able to actually do anything on this account. So I think I'm just going to set up with a bunch of AFK activities. I'm going to cook all of this salmon and trout right now that I got from the early fishing grind. I'm going to finally get, 50 agility from barbarian fishing. I want to make a bunch of molten glass. I want to collect seaweed spores. I want to fish more karambwanji. I don't know how much of that I'll actually get through, but, just in case, here are the stats as we see them now. I'll leave them up on the screen, but I think that's a good place to call it an episode. So thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.